The ballroom glittered that night. Chandeliers spilled golden light over polished marble floors as laughter, music, and clinking glasses filled the air. It was the annual gala of one of the city's most powerful companies, a night where people tried their best to impress the wealthy and influential CEO, Richard Collins. But while everyone flocked around him, offering handshakes and smiles, there was someone sitting quietly at the edge of the room, his daughter, Emily. Emily was young, beautiful, and dressed in a flowing silver gown. Yet her wheelchair seemed to make her invisible. People glanced her way, then quickly turned back to their conversations. Some offered polite smiles but no one approached, as if kindness itself had to be rationed. She lowered her eyes, hiding the disappointment she had grown used to. For years, Emily had watched her father's colleagues and friends shower others with attention, while she sat in the background. She was paralyzed from the waist down after a childhood accident, and though her spirit burned bright, the world only seemed to notice the chair she sat in. Until tonight. Because in the middle of the crowd was a man who didn't belong there. Daniel was a single dad. He wasn't wealthy, he wasn't dressed in a custom suit, and he wasn't here to impress the CEO. He was here because of his daughter, Lily, a bright-eyed girl who had won a school essay contest. The prize? 2 invitations to the prestigious gala. Daniel had thought of declining, he wasn't comfortable among tuxedos and gowns, but Lily had begged him. She wanted to see the grand ballroom, the music, the fairy tale night. So he had come, for her. As the evening went on, Lily darted around, taking in the sights, while Daniel stood by the buffet table, feeling slightly out of place. That's when he noticed Emily. She was alone. Her eyes lingered on the dance floor where couples swirled in harmony, her expression a mixture of longing and resignation. People passed by her as though she weren't even there. Daniel's chest tightened. He knew that look. He had seen it in his own daughter's eyes after her mother walked out on them, loneliness hidden behind a brave smile. Without overthinking, he walked over. "Hey," he said gently. "Mind if I sit here for a moment?" Emily blinked in surprise. "Oh, sure. I'm Daniel," he introduced himself, settling into the chair beside her. "And that tornado running around the dessert table is my daughter, Lily." Emily's lips curved into a small smile. "She seems happy." "She is," Daniel said softly. "Happier than I deserve sometimes. But she reminds me that nights like this are meant for fun, not standing around pretending we don't exist." Emily tilted her head, intrigued. "And you? Do you feel like you don't exist here?" Daniel chuckled. "Pretty much. I'm not rich, I don't wear fancy suits, and I have no idea how to pronounce half the dishes they're serving." For the first time all night, Emily laughed. A real laugh. And then Daniel looked at her directly, not at her chair, not at her father across the room, at her. "But you look like you deserve to be out there, not sitting here alone." Her heart skipped. No one had said that to her before. Then, without hesitation, Daniel extended his hand. "So, can I be your date? Just for tonight?" Emily froze, her breath caught in her throat. "You don't have to." "I'm not asking because I have to," Daniel interrupted. His smile was warm, steady. "I'm asking because I want to." Tears prickled at Emily's eyes. Slowly, she placed her hand in his. The music shifted to a slow ballad. People turned to watch as Daniel wheeled Emily onto the dance floor. At first, whispers rippled through the crowd. Some raised their brows, others smirked. But Daniel didn't care. He guided Emily's chair with gentle precision, twirling her as though the chair was part of the rhythm itself. She laughed, the sound ringing across the ballroom like bells. And then something incredible happened. Lily ran out onto the floor and joined them, spinning around her father and Emily, clapping her hands to the beat. The sight was so pure, so joyful, that the crowd fell silent. For the first time, Emily wasn't invisible. Everyone was watching her, not with pity, but with admiration. Her father, Richard Collins, stood at the edge of the floor, his eyes wide. He had spent years shielding Emily from disappointment, never realizing that what she needed wasn't protection, but to be seen, to be chosen. Tonight, she was both. When the song ended, applause filled the hall. Emily's cheeks glowed with life, her smile brighter than the chandeliers above. Later that night, as the guests slowly departed, Emily whispered to Daniel, "You didn't just dance with me. You reminded me I matter." Daniel's voice softened. "You've always mattered. Maybe people just needed a reminder." Richard approached, his eyes glistening. He shook Daniel's hand firmly, then bent down to kiss his daughter's forehead. "I've never seen you this happy, Emily. Thank you, for giving her this night." But Daniel only smiled and looked at his daughter, who was now holding Emily's hand like they had been friends forever. "I should be the one thanking her. She reminded me that kindness doesn't cost a thing, but it can change everything." That night, Emily didn't go home as the lonely girl in the wheelchair. She went home as someone who had been chosen, celebrated, and cherished. And Daniel? He went home knowing that sometimes the simplest act, a question, a hand offered, a dance, can be the spark that lights up someone's entire world. Because love, compassion, and humanity don't ask what you have, or what you've lost. They ask only this: will you see me? Will you choose me? And sometimes, all it takes is one person brave enough to say, yes.